So I think celery is one of the great underrated winter crops. Now you can grow it outside over winter, and if it's a fairly mild winter it will survive, but it grows so much better in a polytunnel, and we like to have fresh celery pretty much all year round. So I thought in this video I'll just talk you through briefly the different successions that we have going and how they kind of fit together to provide us with a nice continuous harvest. So celery is really slow growing. I like to start my first batch around about January time, and I'll start it under grow lights and little tiny seedlings, and I bring it to the polytunnel probably about March time. Just need to keep it a little bit protected with fleece if there's any really cold spells, but it does pretty well. And then it get planted out in about April as space starts to open up in the polytunnel. And then it grows actually pretty fast, so we tend to be harvesting it sometime in middle of May, something like that, and we'll harvest that batch kind of continuously all the way through until the main crop celery is ready, and I start that just like everybody else does, and that grows outside, and that's the celery that we're currently eating up until about now. And to be honest, we'll probably clear some of that and freeze a little bit as well. But most of our celery, as I say, is harvested fresh. So in July time, I'll start another batch, and that will go into containers outside here. And that grows, that does grow fast in summer. And that is now big, mature plants. That's the stuff, though, that we will be harvesting now from the polytunnel all the way through winter. And by about, well, early spring, that will probably start to go to seed, and certainly the quality will be reduced. The plants will be a bit exhausted, having been harvested so often through winter. And then we'll switch to the tray that's currently up here, that by then will be big plants, so it'll be about this sort of size. I'll plant those out in early spring. So yeah, probably maybe February time, late February, early March time, more likely early February perhaps. And then those plants will do really well, really spring into life in spring. And so they're the ones we'll harvest in the kind of April through to sort of May, June sort of time. And then the ones that started in January will be ready. So that's basically the way that we do celery. You might have to tweak those dates a little bit to suit your own environment, but it's certainly possible anyway to have fresh celery in your salads all the way through the year. My name's Steve, this is the Seaside Kitchen Garden and Allotment channel, and I'll see you soon.